I think the viewer becomes extremely important when one is, but I think one starts thinking about it only after the work is done, and because till then it's just you and the object or the medium in front of you. I think it will be impossible to think of the viewer when you're making art, because yeah, I mean, it can just confuse you more. I think the viewer becomes extremely important once the work is done, and yeah.
I'm afraid I'm very hierarchical. I begin with myself. I'm the first viewer of my work and the first judge. I struggle a great deal with my work, think a lot of things before doing it, during doing it, after doing it. It's a huge act of labor, and put in everything I have into it, which gives me the right to say that I can tell myself that this work works. And I'm the first witness to it. After that, I have a second rung of viewers, which constitute my close friends and associates, painters, writers, and I open my work to them. And what they say about my work is very important to me. Sometimes, if they have contrary views, I will accept them. At other times, I will not accept them. I'm also very clear about what I will accept from them and what I will not accept. Then there's a wider circle of viewers, which is the people who come to the galleries. Sometimes I found amazing responses from them, which have been very illuminating. At other times, I feel that I'm much more in the know about my work than they are.
Means you to answer questions.
Yeah. The thing is that actually there is no work in that sense before installation, because there are a lot of notes which one is working with, collections and extracts of text that you have written, you've collected, etc. So in the process of installation, there is a creation of some sort of a work, which is also one of the problems, because it really depends on which image goes next to which image in this exhibition. It may have not happened in an earlier exhibition when I worked with the same material. So there is a process of creating the whole space with a set of material, maybe again and again, but very differently looking at my own material. So in that sense, it has a lot to do with how I am thinking and dealing with my material, and obviously trying to answer some of the questions that I myself have. But there is, when I'm working with space, there is obviously a sense of viewing more than the viewer that comes about. That when you enter, I see a strip of images on that edge, and what is the probably the horizontal. Because, for example, in the Guild exhibition, we had a screening of Dhobigat as a film, and somehow the wall next to it, I could not imagine that, when that film is screening there, what are the set of images that are there on this wall. So there are all those kind of preoccupations, and it's important to have the viewer engage with that. So there's a certain fun in that. There's an element of trying to see how does somebody else see a set of these images coming together. You saw them as recreating a street with a certain set of notions. Did somebody else see it in that way? Did somebody else recognize that you had a certain system of notation? And if they recognized it, what did they do with that system of notation? So engaged viewing is much more important. But also there will be people come and say, now tell me what, and what do you tell them? There's nothing to tell. It's for you to see in that sense. So that engaged viewing is very important, because that's where the second production of the work happens. Because It's also this kind of material which you have constructed. Now you want to see what happens with that construction when it enters a public space. So the exhibition is also like a book entering a certain kind of a public space. So that kind of viewing is very important.
That's the moment when the vote of thanks, no doubt, has to be given. Amrita?
Thank you everybody for such a rich discussion about practice, anxieties, fears, and also how you work with people around you. Well, all I can say is it's been an extremely fulfilling evening for me. I hope it has been for you as well. And thank you everybody again. Gieve, Kaiwan, Prajakta, Sudhir, Ranjit, Shiva, and Prajakta for coming for this program here. And thank you all for coming. We'll be in touch with you. Thank you.